So we're on the topic of marijuana, and of course in Las Vegas, this has been such a hot topic, and of course we have the new dispensaries that are opening up and whatnot. Do you think that marijuana should be legalized here in Las Vegas, and in the country for that matter?
Everywhere, for sure.
Absolutely not. I think the effects of marijuana are detrimental. I think people need to stay in school. I think the problem is Americans have become losers. I think what we need to do, look, let me be clear. What we need to do to make America great again is build a wall. We need to build a great, big, beautiful wall, and then we need to just be great again. And that is the kind of rhetoric, actually, that is in opposition to the legalization movement. So
Less stoners, more stonemasons.
I like that one. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say to those people that they say that marijuana is harmful? Do you think that there are any harmful side effects of marijuana?
Yeah.
What would you say? The worst.
You get kind of tired.
So I'm a student of history, and marijuana has been used medicinally in multiple cultures for thousands of years with lots of benefits. I think they're going to rediscover some of those benefits as they do more research, but at the same time, like anything, it can be abused. So if people use it as a crutch, that's not good, or if people overuse it. And I think some of the things like dabs are a little more dangerous. It's turning something that's natural into something it shouldn't be, I guess.
More of a synthetic form that's going to be processed and possibly add other things to it.
Possibly.
Do you think that marijuana impairs driving at all?
Yes, I do.
To what extent? It would be safe enough to drive or no?
Yeah, I think if you smoke a little bit, and if you're experienced driving, it's fine. But I do think it impairs a bit. I don't think it's a good idea.
Somewhat. So some sort of a legal limit or something like that could be imposed just to make sure that you're not just over the top.
Yeah, I believe the problem with that is they don't have a way to test it in the field, like the level that's in your system. So I support not smoking when you're driving.
Impairs driving?
Yeah, I agree. People shouldn't do it while they're driving. I have seen studies that suggest it makes people better drivers if they only do a little bit, partially because so many people are really aggressive drivers. We're from back east, so that's especially true. But overall, yeah, anything that impairs you in the slightest bit isn't a good idea when you're driving a 2-ton bomb. So.
In any regards, driving something that heavy that can be so dangerous, if you're angry, you're crying, you're drinking alcohol, whatever else that could be possible distraction, eating, whatever. There's other multiple things that can be just as deadly. Do you think that marijuana is addictive?
Yes.
I suppose mentally so, yes.
But maybe not to the extent of other drugs where you're going to have some, serious physical manifestations, more something you enjoy doing and you like to repeat.
Yeah, I would agree with the latter. I think even caffeine is more physically addicting. So.
Yeah, I think anything that's pleasurable, you want to do again. So if you like smoking weed, you're going to want to do it.
Oh, yeah. Do you guys support the legal dispensaries as a form of, branching out to start making it legal?
Yeah, I think that dispensary should be legal. I think it's an interesting history of prohibition when you look at it. It's only several decades old, so in the grand scheme of things, I should probably repeal it.
Yeah, I think it's dumb that alcohol is legal. Because that's very addictive physically too, and
destructive.
Yeah, and it's very destructive. So yeah, I think it's dumb that you can go to a gas station and buy alcohol, and you can't buy weed. It's like the priorities are a little skewed.
The same thing with cigarettes and tobacco, that you're able to purchase that legally, even at a younger age than alcohol, but it has such detrimental effects, all kinds of, dental problems, you get lung cancer, which is proven, of course. I think that's about what we have for that. The only other thing I could think of right now would be, do you think that marijuana is a gateway drug to other possibly illegal activities or other drugs?
No.
I think alcohol is the gateway drug because that's what everyone tries first. So
Do you guys hang out a lot together? I noticed that we do have some conflicting opinions.
we, yeah, we're good friends because we're very different people.
we're actually celebrating our 3rd anniversary tonight.
Opposites attract. Now, here in Vegas, we have a pretty hot topic as far as marijuana goes. Do you think that marijuana should be legalized here in our state as well as nationally?
Yes, definitely.
And do you agree with those folks that say that there are some negative side effects, or do you know of some that could potentially be problems down the road?
I mean, I feel like there are some negative side effects, but as far as anything that's legalized, it's gonna be some negatives and some positives. I just feel like a lot of people kind of focus more on the negative than they do the positives, and try to like bash it kind of. It just, I don't know why though, but I mean, marijuana it can have medicinal uses, like good uses too as well.
Is it fair that cigarettes and alcohol are legal and able to purchase, but marijuana is not?
Honestly, I definitely feel like that's not fair because there's a lot of situations where a lot of people either got cancer from cigarettes or maybe died from cigarettes and died from alcohol. And I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never heard anybody dying of any type of marijuana or have an overdose of marijuana or anything. So,
Would you say that marijuana is a gateway drug? Those proponents that say that?
no, I don't think so. I feel like it's all within the mind. If you start smoking marijuana and your mind feels like, hey, I want to try something else, then that's you. I know a lot of people that been smoking marijuana for a long time and never tried any type of drug but that.
It can just be solo use and not proceed to anything else if the circumstances are right. Do you think that marijuana impairs driving ability at all?
That's kind of tricky because I think it can a little bit, but not so much, you know.
To where it could be legalized, but they have some sort of a limit that is similar to the alcohol limit or something along those lines?
Right. Because I feel like, I mean, if you're too high, you could probably either fall asleep or like, you know, not seeing things correctly, be swerving and stuff. So I think, yeah, they should have some type of limit or something.
Do you think that marijuana can damage the brain at all?
Yeah. I think any smoke damages the brain, of course.